Before it's a sculpture, it's just paper. It's flat, no stretch, no drape, but crease by crease, it becomes something else entirely. And if you fold long enough, you start to see things that other people don't. Add glue, and suddenly you're in the business of fragile fashion. And somehow it starts to become something new. Origami wasn't a hobby, it's just always been there. Some people had bikes or Game Boys. I had paper. I don't remember when I started. It's like breathing or blinking, except with more glue under my nails and the fear of early onset arthritis. As a teen, I taught origami at activity clubs. Cranes, floral spheres, modular cubes. I used to carry origami paper everywhere. People had snacks in their school bags. I had paper and snacks. I still do, you can check my bag. So it wasn't a hobby really. It was just something I did when I wasn't doing anything else. Flash forward to 2005, Art Foundation year. Final year project panic sets in. One afternoon during our break, Mel watched me fold a kusudama and casually asked, "Do you think you can make clothes out of origami?" I laughed and I said no. It sounded ridiculous, until it didn't. The idea stuck. I explained to my tutor that I was experimenting with origami for the project. He said, and I quote, "That's a stupid idea." Told me not to pursue it and that the fashion project had to be serious, which in hindsight was just very effective motivation. I almost listened to him. Almost. His words kept playing on my mind. By the end of the day, I was really riled up. I gave myself 2 weeks to prove him wrong. Figured I'd regret it if I didn't at least try. When he came back from his trip, he called it inspired. In the end, I got a distinction for that project. I then went on to study primary education, but that's another story. My family still thinks it's just origami, and to a lot of Japanese people it is. Kamiasobi, paper play. It's ordinary and everyday. It's a bit like nursery rhymes. You grow up with them, they're sweet and familiar. At some point, most people stop. Maybe you join in if you're around some kids, but you don't sit on the train singing Twinkle Twinkle to yourself, unless you're having that sort of a day. Origami's like that. Most people grow out of it, but I guess I just didn't. Having said that, in Japan, sometimes the everyday can have deep meaning, especially when it matters. Origami's playful until it becomes a ritual, a way of showing care. And I guess I carry that forward, turning a ritual into something new. Bridge the gap between art and fashion, between childhood play and adult discipline. For me, it's a practice, a protest, a quiet rebellion that folds into something beautiful. My weird side hustle of the soul. Every piece starts the same. Flat paper, no outlines or templates, just instinct and a stack of questionable decisions. During the final year project, I obsessed over everything. The paper thickness, colour, weight, size. It's so specific, I marked and cut every square by hand, just to get it right. There's a rhythm to the work. Each piece is its own little meditation with sharp corners. Folding is the discipline, the calm. It's routine and repetition. Fold, flatten, again and again. The process is art and endurance, part choreography, part punishment. And you need thousands of units folded identically to fit together. And yes, it's monotonous. But like any discipline, repetition breeds freedom. I fold to decompress, to let my mind wander. It also releases something, helps ease lingering stress somehow, like wringing out nerves I didn't know I had. But the real fun happens on the mannequin. That's where I get to play. Each garment is built directly on the form. No patterns, no sketches, just paper, hands, music, and several cups of tea. But it's not just folding bits of paper and randomly gluing them. Each unit has to be precise, then coaxed into curves to follow the human body. Paper wants to stay flat, bodies don't. Some parts are carefully mapped, others are happy accidents. It's like making a puzzle. except you don't know what the picture is until you finish. And also, you made the puzzle, and it's wearable. It's engineering sculpted with glue. I kept it going because it felt like I'd cracked some formula, some sort of code, and here we are 20 years later. Of course, I've refined the process over the years, but the foundations, they were built back then. And all that order and discipline needs a bit of chaos. People imagine origami as soothing. Candles, soft music, it's meditative. And sometimes it is, but for me, I dance, I fold, I glue, I swear a lot, and I fold again. Sometimes well-being looks like origami, Latin music, yelling and flailing limbs. The playlist? Usually reggaeton, sometimes Japanese classics, occasionally 90s metal if I need to release some pent-up angst. Truth is, I have a playlist for every mood. The whole process gets the weird tension out of my body. It's therapy with rhythm. And honestly, I do my best work in socks, dancing around a half-finished origami outfit. Origami fashion exists in tension, between structure and fragility, play and precision, between hiding the work and wanting it to be seen. Making something sculptural and wearable with just two materials still feels a bit daft, really. Sometimes I keep going just to prove a point. To myself, to that tutor, to anyone who thought I wasn't serious, even if I'm dancing in socks while I do it. That stupid idea comment lit a fuse, and I just kept folding. It's not about showing off, it's more like, see, I wasn't being silly, this is real. Paper is fragile and remembers everything. One crease in the wrong place and the whole form shifts. But that's what I love. It's precise, no shortcuts, and it forces you to commit. Sometimes I still catch myself downplaying it. Oh, it's just a hobby. It's just paper and glue. But I've spent hundreds of hours folding, building, refusing to shrink. This is my work, and I'm still learning to own that. Still working on believing it counts. But I think it's okay to take up space. It's still just paper and glue, but it turns out I'm pretty good at that combo. And in a world dominated by automation, where speed and machinery are favoured and convenience is king, I mean, AI can do just about anything, except maybe fold paper at silly o'clock. I'm still here, quietly rebelling, still folding by hand, and still glued to the craft, obsessed with the flaws and the glorious humanness of it all. Not perfect, but intentional, and maybe that's the point. Long before it was art or childhood play, origami was a ritual. The word itself comes from ori, to fold, and kami, paper. In early Japan, folded paper was used for offerings and ceremonies. Paper was rare, sacred. It wrapped gifts and carried prayers. Precision symbolized respect. By the 20th century, folding moved into the home, from temple to table. Eventually, origami became something children did. Simple, sweet, a paper balloon, a jumping frog. You learn, you fold, you grow out of it, but sometimes it stays when it matters. One of the most enduring symbols in origami is the crane, tsuru. In Japanese folklore, cranes live 1,000 years. They're creatures of grace and memory, symbols of long life, peace, and hope. The crane became more than just origami, it became a wish. After the atomic bombing of Hiroshima, the crane became a global symbol of hope through the story of Sadako Sasaki, a young girl who folded cranes while battling radiation illness. She used medicine wrappers, scrap paper, anything she could find, folding for recovery, folding for peace. To fold 1,000 cranes, a sembazuru, is an act of devotion. Families fold them for good fortune, for recovery from illness, for peace after loss. Each crane carries a silent wish, a memory, a protest, a prayer. Each one an intention made visible. It's not just art or craft, it's culture. In old photographs of my family, cranes appear, folded by our community for our travels. A memory I cannot recall, but one that was carried for me. Origami lives quietly in the background of Japanese life. It can be playful, but sometimes it carries meaning. Somewhere between your hands and the paper, you learn to slow down, to pay attention. It teaches discipline, focus, patience, and the importance of small gestures. Folding a single crane may seem simple, but folding 1,000 becomes a ritual, a quiet act of intention. Even now we fold, for peace, for love, for remembrance, and every fold says something, without speaking at all.